start. All right. It says it's official that we are recording. So let me go back here. And go through these things. So Drew's taking care of the attendance for me, so that's not a problem. I wanted to kind of walk us through today, make sure we understand what's going on when and various things that are due. I have, some things put as discussions, and other things are where you're going to actually upload a document or a screenshot or that type of thing. So let's just take a look here. I went into the student view. So ideally this is what you also see. So I don't know how you personally set up your lives as far as do you tell yourself that you want to get announcements like on your phones? Because for example, you can use the Canvas student like a download app and then get notifications that way. You can also have it so that you get reminders sent to yourself about the class. Some of that's really up to you what works best for you. I myself always am using Outlook Calendar to put all of my appointments, including classes, that way. So I'm not sure if I can have you take a look at that quick. It's kind of hiding from me. I have a bar here about recording. That's kind of getting in the way of what I'd like to show you. So let me see if I can try again. I'm just going to get into my email quick and just show you how I organize my life because I just can't figure it out without it.
Yeah, so what I do, when I organize my classes, what I like to do is I go on Canvas. You can click on there's a calendar icon, you click on that, then you can select what classes you want to show on there. Then it'll show all the deadlines for everything you have. Sometimes it'll show when you have class. I find that really helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you might be that you need multiple ways. I can say that, really like having like a book, like a physical calendar is probably not what's going to happen as you kind of move forward. So I think it's a great idea to get used to these kind of electronic styles of calendars. This is just to show you a quick look at what how I do my life. So today I had, things that I had to do. I'd listened to artificial intelligence webinar, which was actually kind of above me as far as, I don't do the programming type things, but I like to just keep learning. So it's the kind of thing I do. I'm supposed to be in another webinar right now, but I'm not. So I'll join that later. One of my student orgs has a meeting tonight. And, this is just how I know, like every night before I'm like gonna go to bed, I'm like, okay, what do I have to do? Where do I have to be when? And so I'm always just like looking for ways to remind myself. And I get emails that tell me you better be at this place at this time. And, it's just kind of, especially now with things being so much online rather than face to face, like I have to be able to keep up with all the things that I need to do. So that's what I would highly recommend. And this would be in your Outlook email. You also have an Outlook calendar. So you might want to just kind of get used to doing things multiple ways. This might look better this way rather than full screen cutting things off. So I wanted to make sure that you understood in the course that, sometimes I'll be saying, oh, I want you to do a discussion question. So like for the growth mindset that's coming up, a couple of people have already, I think 2 or 3 of you have already posted in there. That's where you're just you can click on either the assignments or the discussion, and it's going to take you to that. I'm just asking you to briefly tell me for the growth mindset, as an example, what was your score? What is that? Is that accurate? Do you think? What kind of plans might you be able to come up with to, improve? That's what we're all trying to do all the time. I think is, how can I be better at, my job, which for you is being a student, and other jobs that you might have. So where did that little questionnaire, right? It was just 8 questions. Where did that show I was, maybe not so willing to like take risks? I know a couple of people talked about that. I really want to do that. And yeah, you do, especially now as college students. This is the time to try different things, see how they do or don't fit, what you like to study, what goals you might have for a career, and so on. So that's a DQ, or a discussion question, versus an assignment, which I had as like that scavenger hunt thing, for example, just like, type in some, where do you find things, and then upload that. So I try to, and again, I'm not perfect for sure. I try to make sure that, let's say for an upload of that document, that's a Word file, or, maybe sometimes we take a screenshot of something and upload that, so that I make the settings so that anything like that could get uploaded, different kinds of documents. Let's see. So if you look in the assignments, there's a couple things coming up. The growth mindset on the 19th. So I've tried to put in there, like, do whatever day, so that you are clear on that. But if you ever aren't, just please shoot me an email and I'll answer you right away, because those notifications come to my phone. So if you ever have emailed me and you're like, wow, she got to me already, it's like, yeah, I have no life really, except making dog treats for my dog and such, right now. So I'm not really doing much else. And so I will definitely get back to you very quickly. Let's see. I'm going to do number 5 quick, and then we could go through, Drew, the scavenger hunt, those questions and answers. And, then we can move from there. So the about me, I gave an example of Claire's, I think it was, one who had put in first try, really, really nice, I thought, about me section for the ePortfolio. So she was gracious and kind enough to share, allow me to share it with you, just kind of what I'm looking for there. So please revise. It's not a just one and done. Some people didn't really quite get it, which is fine. That's why I'm like, well, here's an example. Here's what I want. This kind of thing is what I want to see. Some people were having trouble with getting the pictures uploaded and took multiple times. Why is that? I don't know. The other option, I thought, even if it just allows you to do one file, that you put them all into like a single, say, a Word document, or then maybe take a snip or screenshot of that and just upload that, so you can have multiple things together, so you're not just limited to a single picture, which why that is, I'm not sure. So please take a look, and I put comments for each of you that you should be able to see. Am I correct, Drew? Is it like when you click on the grade, do you see a comment, in classes that you have? Or
Yeah, it should be in your grade book when you look on grades. There should be a little icon normally to the right of it, and then you just click on that and you should be able to see.
Okay, great. So that's how I was doing it for those, things like that. Let's see, do I want to talk? I'll do number 6, then we'll go back to the scavenger hunt. The personal mission statement is the second part of the ePortfolio that I want you to take a look at and develop. I have here, I'm scrolling through, this is what it should look like for you in a couple different places. Under an e-portfolio, I have two documents. These are just two things I found that talk about like what's a personal mission statement, how do you create one. So review those first. I also, I think, put it in week 3. I'll try to put things in multiple places so that, you can find them one way or another. But again, this will be you going back in your ePortfolio, you creating a little module, if you want to call it that, in your ePortfolio called Personal Mission Statement. And here's where you're going to create, and again, follow the instructions on this, that portion. And then in the assignments area, when you have that done, just put your ePortfolio hyperlink in there so that I can then take a look at that and offer you some of my comments. And again, it doesn't have to be a once and done. You can definitely revise it as needed. If you can think of ways to make it more visually appealing, definitely do that as well. So it's not just some text there of a couple paragraphs or what have you. So think about that as well.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so when we revise our portfolio, do you want us to resubmit it after we revised it? Or we don't have to resubmit it?
Yeah, because I'm not going to know. And that's kind of by, was it Callie? I think she had said, oh, I had revised it. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that was me.
Knowing that, right? I'm like, okay, that didn't tell me that. So maybe resubmit it.
Okay.
Then I'll get an alert to grade it, or I'm not going to know it's been revised apparently. So please do that. Please just resubmit the link or what have you, and then I'll be like, okay, now I will know to look again.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Any other questions about that? Because if not, then Drew, do you want to go through the so-called scavenger hunt, which we normally do live on campus? But this actually is going to be, again, another question for you, which is, you actually see it right here. Do you, before the end of day on 9/22, which is about campus resources. So let's go through those first, and then we can take a look at that. So take it away, Drew.
Yeah, all right, sounds good. So I'm just gonna go through the list of what you guys had to do, and then if you want to either unmute yourself or write in the chat what the answer is, then we'll just crank through these here. So, number 1, you have not declared a major, therefore you are considered undecided. You need to go here to figure out what courses you need to take for next semester. If you want to unmute yourself or throw it in the chat or whatever you want to do. Academic advising, yeah, exactly. Academic advising and exploration center in the Roseman building. Okay, number 2, you have been hospitalized and will miss class for at least a week. You can contact this office for assistance, notifying your faculty members if you aren't able to do so. Does anybody want to throw that in the chat?
And you might want to have this document open, by the way, to fill in those that you may not have known before.
Yeah, they might have missed or couldn't find. Okay, well, this one is Dean of Students Office in Higher Hall. Okay, number 3, you locked yourself out of your car and your battery needs a jump. You can go here for help. No, it's not actually not parking services. It's university police. But I know they do a lot of parking through there, so it's kind of, yeah, it's campus police. Yep. Okay, number 4.
And where are they, Drew? Campus police.
They're in Goodhue Hall. It's right over by Mayingen Hall. new hall over there. So yeah. Number 4. You and a few friends have decided to play intramural volleyball. This is where you go to sign up. Leagues, yeah, that works, yeah, for now. But normally, like next year, when the coronavirus stuff's all over, yeah, Williams Center would be the way to go there. Okay, so number 5.
I'm sorry, Drew. Is there intramural stuff now or no?
Yeah, there's a few intramurals. I know there's sand volleyball going on. Well, there was. I don't know if they're still doing it, but I saw there's a fantasy league, which I think already started. There's a list of them. There's not a ton this year, but there are still some ways you can get involved.
Good.
That side of things. So number 5, you've heard about work study. But you aren't sure if you have it. Where would you go to figure that out? Actually, Handshake is for all on-campus jobs. If you want to find specific financial stuff, like a work study goes into your tuition, that would be the financial aid office in Higher Hall. But Handshake is also a good place to go if you want to find an on-campus job.
So
Okay, number 6.
Drew, what's the difference between work study and campus job?
Yeah, so a work study is basically you work, and the way they pay you is they take money off your tuition costs. And then a normal on-campus job, kind of like my mentorship that I have, my peer mentor job. That's you just get paid. It's just a regular paycheck, like any other job like that. So yeah, either way is good.
The university actually hires you.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're an employee of UW Whitewater for like the peer mentor, a lot of jobs on campus.
Yeah, yep. A lot of my friends actually work through campus also. It's a great way to make a little extra money and get some good experience. Okay, number 6. You're not feeling well. You can go here for assistance. Yes, University Health Center, yeah, or the Ambrose Health Center, same thing. Okay, number 7. You go here to pay your student bill.
Your parents. Just kidding.
Isn't that through the WINS website, or is there an on-campus thing to do that?
So you can do either for that. I just go through the WINS website, but if you want to talk to somebody about it or you have questions, you can go to the financial services in Higher Hall, so they can help you out there. But for the most part, I go through WINS. I don't know about what everyone else does, but okay. Number 8, students struggle the most with gen courses as well as math 141 at this institution. Where on campus can you go to get help with those courses?
Student Success Center.
Yeah,
Place, yeah.
yeah, you can go there, or you can go to the Academic Support Center in McCutcheon Hall. Either one works. Whatever you can find the best help, pretty much. And for the most part, that they have free tutoring and those on campus. So if you need help, I need to do that more. Actually, I need to go and get help. But yeah, they have free tutoring, which is a really, really great thing you can do. Okay, number 9. This office is the official record keeper of the university. This is where you go if you need a transcript or to change your home address. Well, yeah, exactly. Yep, registrar's office in Roseman Hall. Number 10. If you lose your ID and you need to have a new one made, you would go here. Yep, hot card office in the UC University Center. It's on the 2nd floor in there.
Yeah, one of my best friends here in Whitewater kind of runs that area. But don't lose your ID because then you have to pay, I think, right?
Yeah, I think it's $15 or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yep. All right. Let's see. Number 11. If you're living on campus and you're having a difficulty or having difficulty with a roommate, maintenance issue, or having general questions about your stay on campus, you could go here. Yes, RAs, that's probably the best resource. You could also go to the university housing if you have more of like, if you don't want to go to your RA, if it's more complex than just asking your RA about it. And that's in Goodhue Hall.
Same place as police.
Yep. Okay, number 12. If you want to get involved and join a student organization, you can go to this department and they can assist you. Okay, so for this one, you'd go to the Warhawk Connection Center in the UC. And then within there, you go to the career and leadership development area. A lot of times you can, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just say this is, when you're in the UC on that main level, and there's a fireplace. There's like Roberta Art Gallery, and then there's this fireplace area. That's the area, I think, right?
Yeah. It's up. It's like it's on the first floor, but it's kind of elevated.
Yeah, it's got like a ramp to go up.
Yeah, and also if you want to find ways to get involved, you can also look online. I know that's a lot easier in these times, so there's a lot of stuff online. That's how I found most of the stuff I've gotten involved in. But you can also go there if either way it works well. So 13, if you decide to bring a car to school, this is where you'll get your parking pass or sticker. Yeah, visitor services in the visitor center. Yep, they have a drive-through there, I believe, which is where you would get that.
I think that's how you get a day pass through the drive-through. Can you just like get the whole there's one? I don't even know.
I'm not sure, but I know parking on the weekends is free. So
after 5 p.m. on Friday,
yeah,
before noon, which was a big deal when they changed it to 5, because we often have Friday afternoon meetings for people from off campus, and then they had to pay for the parking, which is a whole nother issue. But anyway, until right the end day Sunday, it's free over the weekend.
Yep. Okay, so 14. This office assists both international students and students to study abroad. It's actually the Center for Global Education in Highland Hall. So what I did, I was actually going to study abroad next semester, but that's not working out. So, but on the Whitewater website, if you just look up study abroad, they have a whole, I think it's called Global Experiences, and they have all the different courses you can take, and they have just all the different places you can go at. I would look there. I know they had in-person meetings last year. I don't know if they still do that. But I would get in contact with somebody about that.
Yep.
15, this office is here to help new freshmen and new transfers find the help they need, whatever the question. Yeah, first year experience, which is in the UC. Number 16, students with both physical disabilities and learning disabilities can go here for assistance, and all students can volunteer to help. Yeah, yep, Center for Students with Disabilities in the Anderson Library. 17, if you want to take a spin class, where would you go? Yeah, well, actually, there's I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a gym in the basement of Wells. That's where they have their spin classes. They're held. It's right down there. You have to walk through the workout room, and then it's on that wall. There's a room back there. Number 18, if you want to gain volunteer hours and work in a completely student-run coffee shop on campus, where would you go? Jitters, yeah, in the Wells lobby on the first floor. All right. Number 19. You go into a into a beef with your roommates over who's the best bowler. Where can you go to prove that you're the bowling champ of the room? Yeah, Warhawk Alley in the UC basement area. Okay, number 20. You're in WOTA and it's time to attend a theater performance. Where do you go to watch?
It's kind of a trick question this semester.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's in WOTA yet. But go ahead. What is?
Oh yeah, so it's Center for the Arts. Yeah, it's in Young. That's Young Auditorium, pretty much. I'm assuming it's all virtual now. So
This fall, all the performances are virtual. I don't know about the spring yet.
yeah, we can hope.
Yes.
Okay, 21. You need some new Warhawk gear to show your school spirit. Where are you going to get the freshest threads? Yeah, the bookstore. First floor on the bookstore.
And don't forget Walmart in town. If you
Yep,
don't
that's where you get
if you're cheap like me.
good deals in there. I've gotten some stuff there. Yeah. Okay, 22. The brand new Crocs just dropped, and you want to be the flyest kid on campus rocking the Crocs. You order them online, your package has arrived, but not at the front desk of your residence hall. Where are they? Goodhue Hall. Yep, front desk. I've had to go there a lot, so I'm ordering a bunch of stuff. Okay, 23. If you want to learn new ways to reduce stress and relax, where would you go? That'd be the UHCS counseling, which I believe is in the University Health Center.
Yep, that is.
Yep. Go through the front door. Make sure you go through the front door because the back's for coronavirus testing. You don't want to do that.
Well, unless you wanted, unless you need to.
Yeah. Unless you
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
grand entrance.
Yep, the front. All right. 24 at state night. You've only got $2 in your wallet. Where do you take your date to see a cheap movie? UC movie theater. Yeah. Yep. It's in the UC. It's Summers Auditorium. I actually have a friend who works there. He says they have a lot of really good movies, so I would recommend going there. Yeah.
I've gone with some students that I work kind of closely with. Like I saw the movie It there, and I was the only one screaming out loud, and it was kind of embarrassing. But yep.
Yeah. Okay. So number 25. One of your friends comes to you very stressed. They have to write and annotate a bibliography in APA and include a total of 15 peer-reviewed journal entries. They have never written anything in an APA before, and are having trouble finding any articles. Where could you send them for help? Yep. Yeah, the campus library, Anderson Library.
Yeah, we're going to have Barbara Brunn in virtually in our class pretty soon to talk about the library resources, and they're great folks over there.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, 26. You ever hear someone complaining that they have a dietary restriction that includes an allergy, can't eat anything on campus, pointless for them to have a meal plan? Where would be a good resource for the student? Yep, dining hall services in the Esker office. It's on that first floor when you walk into Esker on the right, I believe. Yeah, so that's all of them.
Okay, great. So now the next step with this is please just take a look at that discussion question about the campus resources and type a brief response there by end of day on the 22nd, which is Tuesday of next week. Now let's get back to, because got some other stuff to cover here. Let's see, top of the mission statement. the growth mindset assignment. Reminder, that's due on the 19th. And that's where you were just taking a look at those 8 questions in that document. You'll find it in week 2. We kind of looked over it last week. And you tally up your score. And then this is also a discussion question about, what was your score and so on. So make sure you do that. Just talked about campus resources discussion question. And I want to let you know that, these small kinds of things, these like brief little discussions, since we can't really do a lot of interactivity here, those are things I'm giving a few points to, and then it will be, part of your participation total grade. So, of course, showing up for class is one, and then also these kinds of small things like the discussion questions are also part of it. Now I want to go through the group information. I tallied what folks, except for a couple of you, had said they would either enjoy doing, I said yes or maybe, and I'm like, okay. So given some had limitations on the numbers, I kind of spread them out. Okay, so I'll go through that in just a few minutes. The Prairie Seed Collection, that actually has the most room for people to do, in that you can do more. I mean, you're kind of spread apart. You're in the prairie area, and they're going to say, look for, these kind of seeds, and you just are going to be putting them into Ziploc bags that they then collect, and then they reseed, spread the garden further along. The campus garden, which is, I think, going to be limited to 3 people at a time. You are able to sign up for whatever day and time will work for you. In my perfect world, I'd love for you to connect with other people that have that similar interest, and I'll go through that soon, and that you can try to coordinate so that at least a couple of you are doing those kinds of projects at the same time. I was in touch with a gal named Ashley, who's sort of overseeing all this, just earlier today, and she had said they really do need help because of, not everybody's on campus right now, and their volunteer that they normally would get is just way down right now. So those 2 things are things you could do right away, within the next week. And that's what I would really highly encourage you to do as quickly as possible, because this is the prime time for it. And that's how I was coming up with these kind of ideas for our class, rather than putting things way out in the future, like a couple months from now. I thought, well, let's just try to do this quickly, because I don't know how or if anything's going to change on our campus as far as if we're going to just go totally virtual or not. The pantry, I had contact today with the gal who showed us around, if you remember last time, the pantry, or was trying to with her laptop, Olivia. And I'm going to talk to the folks who were interested in that. She had some ideas about reorganizing part of the area, and it's limited space. So more of you were interested than I could say, okay, to. So I have a few of you that you'll see are part of that. And I'm going to talk with you about that. And then I had folks who were interested in the Fairhaven sing-along, or at least said maybe to that. So I'll coordinate that, because I've been in touch with the leisure director, he's called, Brian Robinson from Fairhaven, and how we could try to pull this off in, of course, a safe manner. You're not going to actually go into the facility. Instead, it's going to be outdoors. I guess they have a screened-in area that we will be able to go to. So I will talk with that group separately. So again, I'm going to set this all up and send this information to you, but I just wanted to show you that for the campus garden, I had these folks. So what do we have? 8 people. who had said they were interested in this is like weeding, collecting, the vegetables and so on. I'm going to send to you this link that you will just directly go and sign up for a day and time that works for you. The Warhawk Pantry, again, because there's limited space there, I put these 4 folks, Matt, Tim, Michaela, and Donovan, who had expressed some interest in that together. And I think that's really about all I can, use for that because of the space limitations. And that's Olivia's email. But again, I'm going to send this to you also in an email to you as a group. And then we had the seed collection, which has its own sign up. And so far we have Adam, Cade, Kyle, and Corbin who had expressed interest in that. So that should be fine to sign up for. And this is the one where they now say they can take 10 at a time. So it is possible that, for example, if you could not get in a day or time in the campus garden, some of you, that might work in the near future, that you could switch over, just let me know, and we could try to get you into this type of activity. And again, I'd really hope that in your groups that you kind of reach out to each other. I'll email you each as a group, and then you can like reply all, whatever, and connect with each other, and let's try to at least have some kind of interaction with some members of the group. Now, the Fairhaven, these are the 6 folks who had expressed some interest in this. If for some reason you would rather switch out of Fairhaven into, like, let's say, seed collection, you can let me know today. And I can do that for you. We'll just have like a small-ish group. We'll write some cards, like kind of to be cheery, or something like that, and distribute those while we go to this particular event, which is going to require, I think, both my husband and I maybe to pick folks up to transport over. It's a few minutes away. We do our thing and then transport you back. So I do need to talk to Roy and Colby. So assuming you're on the line, I want you to stay on the line about figuring this out. But again, all of your groups, I'm going to set up groups in Canvas, but I'm going to email you each. So look for that today. And I'll probably do it right after our class. When you're going to email, let's say, Olivia in the pantry, I'm going to want you to include me on emails too, so that I know what's happening, because I kind of have my finger in all these different pies, if you will, on campus, so that I know what's happening as well, especially with like when you're going to sign up for, let's say, the seed collection or the campus garden, when you know what you've signed up for. And those links I'm going to send you just take you to kind of like a Sign Up Genius type website. And then you'll probably get some confirmation that it's this day, this time. Just let me know what that is. And then I'll try to just kind of take some photos of folks in action so that you can add those to your ePortfolio or however you'd want to share them. So please keep me in the loop on this. And regardless of if I'm there or not, you're expected to have photographic evidence of, it can be the gardens, it can be, the seeds and such, but also you in action. So perhaps asking someone else to take your photo. That's why it'd be nice if you have at least another person from class or whoever happens to be there at the collection, so that you have that. I'll have to have that for this portion of the course, the group service learning type environment. So these are the folks I want to talk to for just a few minutes. But Drew, before we go, can you talk about the value of doing volunteerism?
Yeah, so I've been volunteering a lot around just for my whole life pretty much, and I just love giving back to the community. I know that that's how a lot of people feel, and after once you're done volunteering, Like, you just feel like happy. Like, I always just feel happy after I'm done. Like, oh, I just did something good for the world, you know? So that always feels good. Also, for a lot of your majors, you need a log. So, like, this next spring, I need 20 hours of volunteering to get into the business program. And I believe that's the case for most of the majors. So, yeah, either way, you basically need to volunteer. So you can write this down as one of your volunteer hours for getting into your major. But yeah,
Right.
I've only really,
I'm sorry, Drew. I was just going to say, if there's a form to sign that needs verification of that, then I can, do that for you as well.
yep. And along with most of the places you can volunteer at, they normally have a log. That's what I found anyway, is they have a way to track it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Okay, great. So that's it for me, but I do want to talk with the students that I have listed on the screen right now. But for the rest of you, is there anything I need to clarify? So if not, other than the Fairhaven group and Roy and Colby, I believe it is, the rest of you, enjoy the rest of your day. So I want to talk to Roy and Colby. Are you here? Can you mute?
Yeah, I'm here.
Which one's? Oh, Roy. Okay.
Yep.
Is Colby here? Drew, did Colby check in today?
No, he wasn't here today.
Okay, so Roy. Okay, Roy. What should we do? What would you like?
I don't really know. I feel like I was having like technical difficulties when I did that like survey thing, so I don't really know like what my responses were.
They just said no to everything, so I was like, okay, well then, either you got to create your own project, or let's talk about which of these you might be the most interested in. Could you let me know that? What do you think?
I kind of forgot which ones like what entails like all of them.
Well, the ones I think that have the most need would be that seed collection where they're going to sign up and gather. It's like we have this prairie, so it'd be like various kinds of in location seeds that they're going to then plant elsewhere. It's just the collection part is what this particular activity is, and they do it at this time of year, the fall. So that one would probably have the most room, as far as easiest to sign up for, different days and times. Or the other is the campus garden, where it's like pulling weeds or picking vegetables, both, I suppose, whatever they ask you to do for that one. Which is more appealing to you?
Probably the seed collecting one.
Okay, Roy, let me I just have a document here. I'm just going to add you to mine. All right. So I'm going to send you an email separately about that, Roy. So great. We're all set.
Okay. Sweet. Thank you.
Thanks so much. You can go now. We're good. All right. So who have we got left here? I can't see. Who's here? How do I get out of this? How do I know who's here? Hold on a second. Maybe if I stop sharing, I can see who's here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry. I know the last name is Wu. Was he here today, Drew? It's like last on the roster.
He was here today, yeah.
He was, but he's not here right now. So can you make a note of that? I'm going to have to just talk to him separately. So you folks, how do you feel about the Fairhaven? This is a sing-along that I guess get some music books, like with words in it to various songs that will have to, I can give them to you or distribute it or scan them or something. they're going to be like more of the old-fashioned kind of songs that we just would go there and try to lead them in a sing-along and spread some cheer, basically. And so, are we up for this? Or is anybody not up for it? And it's not judgmental at all. It's just, I probably don't know the songs, but, we'll have to, you're going to be in some kind of like, I guess, screened area, all of us. And then we're going to, do this for a bit with the residents being able to fully see us and join in from inside the facility. This is Fairhaven, if you're not familiar with it. It's right near, if you know where Starin Park is, which obviously is on Starin. If you're at the intersection, like where the Health and Counseling Services, that Ambrose building, and you're going to keep following Starin, it's just a short ways up, but it's still a little bit of a hike, so figure out how to get folks there. Between myself and my husband, maybe if Drew's around, I don't know, that we could, because we can't all like pack them, to a single car, which wouldn't be appropriate. So is this okay with all of you? Do you want to maybe I just want to make sure you're okay with this, so that I will out folks about it. So I'd rather do like seed collection, Oh, I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't unmute. I'm going to unmute you back, and then when you talk, just unmute yourself, because I'm just going to get all this feedback otherwise. So please let me know if I should switch you.
What type of songs are we going to be singing?
Who's asking me that, Adam?
Yep. Yep.
I don't have the songbook, but it's probably like, I don't know, Bicycle Built for Two. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be songs. I mean, I'm sure we'll be able to just look them up. I can create a thing with links. This is the tune, and then we'll have the words to them. So, it's going to be taking them back in the day.
Okay.
Okay, so Natalie's good. What is, let me see. So we have Ryan, Claire, Dylan, Adam. Do any of you want me to switch you to something else? Again, I think this is a fun thing to do, but,
Hello?
force it on you.
Hello?
Who's talking? Dylan?
It's Dylan.
Dylan, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm kind of confused. I'm not sure what this whole thing's about. I'm not really a singer, so...
Well, would you rather?
I sing.
So that's what it is. Just like a sing-along, with these folks of songs that maybe they grew up with, or I don't know, something like that. I don't have the songbooks yet, but it's going to be songs, like let's say that your grandparents grew up with. So
Like Elvis.
maybe, I mean, I don't know if we're going to be doing a hip swivel or anything, but I will, look into it. But Dylan, would you rather, I don't know, do some, like an outdoors kind of thing?
Yeah, just not singing. I'm not a singer.
That's why I wanted to double check on this, because I was like, well, people said maybe, but I'm like, well, I don't want to like say, oh, guess what? Now you're gonna, do this if it's, again. So Dylan, I'm gonna put you right now in the seed collection, if that's okay.
All right.
Just because I know that one's easy to sign up for, and that's totally okay with me.
Okay.
And look for an email from me about that, so you can check out now of the meeting, and it's fine. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All right, so I know Natalie said she was fine, and so I'll get more information, about like the songbooks and things to share with you. I'll try to quick scan them and send them to you, and we can, talk more about it. So we don't have to do this one like right away or anything, but I just wanted to make sure. I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable about, something like this. So if you're like, oh, I really rather just, pull weeds or something, just let me know.
All right. When would this like project, the sing along, when would it happen? You know?
Yeah, well, that's something we'll have to figure out too. It'd probably be during the week, to figure out a day and time that would work for everybody. That's something I'll try to coordinate with us. So just, and it'd probably be, well, less than an hour total to see with the travel and what we're, while we're there and coming back. So it's, it's not a long process, but I'd make
All
it
right.
so that it works, obviously. So when we can all do it, or if necessary, I need to do it more than once, like if I have to break into two groups, like trios, me and, two of you, I can do that. I'll make sure it works for you.
All right.
So if that's okay still. So I've got Ryan, Adam, Claire, Natalie, and I have to check on one who left before I could talk to them. So I'm going to follow up now and see if I can, quick get some more information for us about this. But it'll be fun. I've done these many times. They folks who are in this Alzheimer's unit, so which tends to be, you really remember very well back, in your past, but not really short term. So it is kind of fun to, folks have a, thinking about when they were young and when they listen to these songs or what have you. So it's pretty fun. I've just done it many times and I've always gotten a lot out of seeing people's enjoyment, although it'll be from a distance. Like I said, it's not, not right up close and personal, but so look for an email from me in a little bit just to confirm this. And then I will reach out and I'll be the one kind of coordinating and keeping in touch with you. Okay. Good thumbs up. Yeah. Drew and Ryan, thank you. I can't see you, but I know that you're there. So, but if for whatever reason you change your mind, Adam, there you are. Thanks. Drew, let me talk to you for 1 second. And so we're done now. So thank you so much, you guys. And look for an email. Bye-bye. So Drew.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have. Oh, they're gone. Okay. What is his first name? Wu. It's a W. The first name.
It's Wu Wenson or something like that. I wrote it down in the attendance sheet.
That he wasn't there, or he was there. Yeah, but
He just left early.
his cell number.
I can check right now. I don't think I do. Let me look. No, I don't.
Okay, well, I'll just shoot him an email then now, just to.
Yeah.
How many
Okay.
weren't in class?
It was like 2 or 3. I'll check right now.
Yeah, it's like he was emailing me, but I was not checking
Yeah.
during.
1, 2. There's 3. That. So.
That's not terrible.
Yeah, I guess it's not terrible.
Let me see if I. Who was it? Well, anyway, somebody. Oh, maybe he was there. Campy, was Ben there today?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then
Like,
I got
so-
about 20 emails during our thing here. So.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But, yeah. I didn't mean to actually volunteer you for the Fairhaven, but just in case, if we.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll do that one, but I'll definitely do one of them.
Yeah, I thought, well, I'll keep you in the loop too, because then
Yeah,
you could
definitely.
be the photographer of, whatever. And, so we
Do
get
something.
so we get something that looks like we're doing something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know how long they'll even, that we can even do that, because I don't know. I'm kind of anticipating going online pretty soon with everything.
Yeah, and and if they then just decide to vamoose, and go home, then that's I'm like, well, maybe if we can squish this in really fast,
Yeah,
before
exactly.
that happens, maybe.
Yeah.
If not, I don't know. I don't know what to do about this part of it. But
Yeah. It's just if it spread like as fast as it did in my friend group with other people, it won't be very long before it's bad, I think.
I,
So.
I,
I don't know.
I just can't tell you. But thanks again
Yeah.
for your help. Hope I didn't put too much on you. Or
No, that was good. That was perfect amount, probably.
it's
That was
like
good.
seemed like it went okay to me.
Yeah.
I think people were selling out because I can hear when people just disconnect usually.
Yeah. Well, maybe. Yeah.
I wonder if that one guy, the one is it the name that's BJ, like the last name, like
Colby.
or something. Yeah, he wasn't there. You said
I think no, he wasn't there. I think I texted him.
okay.
I emailed one of them that you sent me and I texted the other.
Yeah, I mean maybe
Yeah.
he's just gone. I mean I don't know. That's fine. But he's still on my roster. A couple people I had dropped. So I don't know if they dropped out. I changed, I took them off the roster. They had done like the
Yeah.
survey or whatever, but they, about I'll do this or that. And then I was like looking on the roster. I'm like, hey, now you're not here. So what?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, I know one freshman from my high school that's here, and she said it's super hard for people.
It's what?
It's really hard for them to meet people, I think, right now.
Yeah.
So
I know. It's so bad. So I'm like, well, I hope we can at least do this. Like maybe they get together and do something, but
then they can meet.
distant anyway. And
Yeah, it's tough.
so how you feeling today?
I'm pretty good. I had a headache earlier, but other than that, I'm definitely coming back. I think I'll be good by this weekend, hopefully.
Coming back. Yes.
Yeah.
Stronger,
It was so weird. It wasn't like a normal. It felt like a weird cold. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just wasn't something I've ever felt. So.
Well, hopefully that's all and nothing lasting.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's the fear, or things come later. They've been finding that, like months later even. It's like, oh, no, you have a heart problem or whatever. But you're young, I mean, it's really, the risk groups. And
Yeah, I've seen it all.
so, and I didn't say anything about your, situation, just so you know. Yeah.
I was going to tell them today, but
It's like, they're freaked out enough, I think. Probably.
maybe it would help to show that, they'll probably be okay if they get it. So I don't know. There's two. I haven't told them though, so I don't know if I even will.
Yeah, I just figured then they'll tell their parents gonna freak out, and then it's whatever. But anyhow, thanks so much for your help.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to meet sometime next week for next month?
Yeah, I know. I think we have another regular old class next time. It's like, when do we have people talking? So I don't have to really work.
Yeah.
Very hard.
Yeah. All right, sounds good. Yeah, so we'll